Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Al Mina, concept author of the Face Economics book, as well as the ongoing worldwide campaign of our Face Economics concept, where we utilize a social media platform to promote economic development worldwide. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all are doing well. Um, There's been quite a bit of stuff going on in the social media world, and as always, most of the things that are going on uh, tend to be new, emerging issues or subject matter that weren't available or weren't discussed freely back in the day before the social media, um, you know, revolution entered the global marketplace. And what I mean by that is, time and time again, people are constantly debating to see if the social media platform is, some sort of a net gain or a net deficit within the marketplace. And as always, I would say, via the face economics concept, that the utilization of the social media platform is always going to generate a positive gain towards the local market. And sometimes people tend to push back when they are faced with things that they don't fully understand or have never, you know, envisioned in becoming a part of, um, global phenomenon in the marketplace. And one of that would be, job creation off of the social media platform. There's a lot of, budding entrepreneurs out there, as well as social media go-getters that are utilizing, the social media platform to create opportunities, and develop new industries, as well as promote, you know, um, educational uh, and skill development worldwide. But unfortunately, there's also um, certain influences within various marketplace, it may be domestic or global marketplace, where people would want to push back because they don't fully understand the magnitude or even the opportunities that are being created through the social media environment. And some of the things that I've been reading lately is some of the, you know, social media content producers are being discriminated against, maybe in their place of employment or in landing a job somewhere where people or employers are doing their best to disqualify them off of what they find out on various social media platform, which is very unfortunate in my opinion, just because the gig economy has always been a part of the marketplace ever since people are have been motivated by gaining extra income or developing their entrepreneurial acumen. The gig economy's always been there, but unfortunately, because of the social media platform, people are using the platform, social media, in itself, to disqualify people that are go-getters, people that are driven, people that are entrepreneurs, people that want to make a difference in this world. You know, most of it is because of jealousy, and a good portion of it is also, uh, what I believe is, the lack of understanding for the potential of um, the social media environment, which is in face economics, the utilization of the social media environment um, to help develop economies worldwide, maybe the local marketplace or the global marketplace. So, having said that, there are people out there that, if they don't already have a job, there are some social media content producers that are out there looking for a job, especially within the current pandemic. There's quite a bit of unemployed individuals out there, and some of them happens to be social media content developers and producers. So, I was just reading an article where, um, some employers won't even, give, a person that they manage to find online via social media the opportunity to prove themselves. Many social media networking sites are being seen as if they are a diary about, the, you know, that person's professional ability, and it also uh, some social media platforms are also being utilized by employers as if um, you know the candidate is not qualified to be able to compete. They're being discriminated against off of what employers see on their social media platform, and unfortunately they don't realize that in today's world millions of people are gravitating towards social media because that is the norm in the local marketplace and even the global marketplace. People are trying to test things out and creating opportunities for themselves in making an extra income using social media, and that in itself also helps stimulate the economy. So with the current pandemic right now, there's quite a bit of people that are gravitating towards the social media platform to just you know develop their skill and produce a service or a product where they can you know generate extra income. So you can't really, it's counterproductive to fault people that are wanting to, uh, you know, um, seek better opportunities for themselves. That's what creates capitalism. That's what makes a free market the way it is, because people are, have the incentive to advance via, you know, their free will and their ability to generate additional income and opportunities for themselves. So, uh, yeah, I want to share some of the articles that I was reading. Feel free to go to our podcast, and on the description section of our podcast, you will see the links of various subject that talked about, how um, social media producers are being discriminated against either via their workforce or in employment, in hiring, or anywhere, any way, shape, or and form where they're not fairly given the opportunity to compete or being even able to share their professional aspiration. A lot of them seems to be getting, blackballed and stonewalled in getting, you know, into a job or a position or a pre-existing employment uh, is hindering them to advance just because of the employer looking for a reason to disqualify the candidate. And what I've seen in throughout the years that I've talked to social media content producers and developers and influencers, these are people that are the go-getter type. These are people that are motivated and are self-motivated. So I don't understand why, these individuals that are clearly, uh, you know, driven and are very resourceful, why are they being discriminated against in the marketplace? You know, there are people out there that have sat in the same cubicle for 25, 35 years, their whole life, just waiting on a paycheck from their employer. They haven't done any single thing with their lives other than to sit in a cubicle for 25, 35 years and being, that person where, haven't really provided the value to increase potential for their company. They haven't provided value to increase potential for their coworkers and increase their, you know, um, ability to contribute to the, to their employers and to the marketplace and to their communities. Yet, social media content producers that are actually producing and helping stimulate the economy are being discriminated against by wanting to, adapt into the new world marketplace, the new normal in emerging developed countries and frontier markets around the world. This is something that governments, may it be politicians or lawmakers or whatever you want to call them, need to look into, because you do not want to hinder stimulating your economy, because especially at the current time and predicament that the world is in because of the pandemic, there's been a lot of loss of productivity, loss of income, loss of stimulus in the economy. You want people in the marketplace that are the go-getters, the influencers, the producers, the people that thinks outside the box, the leaders, the motivated individuals, self-motivated individuals that are, pretty much driven to want to contribute to the economy using their talents, using their resources, using their skill, their ability to manifest growth in the marketplace. And that's what space economics is all about. The utilization of the social media environment, the utilization of social media overall to influence and to stimulate the markets, not just the local market, but the world marketplace. Because let's face it, there is no one country that can operate by itself, all by itself, alone, and not have to learn to, adjust and contribute to other markets around the world. That's just the name of the game, folks. We can't turn back time. There's so many people that would like for, the past to be back and to go back in time. There is no way. When progress is taking off, and when everybody's racing each other to the top, no one would want to return to the past. And social media is making sure that the fourth industrial revolution, things that are fairly new in the modern world, may it be artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, 3D printing, you know, you name it, cloud computing, all these weren't available back then. They were envisions in the past, maybe 50, 70, 65 years ago. Many engineers and scientists and electronics technicians and computers, scientists have envisioned for all these things to manifest itself in today's world, and now we're dealing with it. Now we're experiencing it. So we shouldn't, fault social media developers. We shouldn't give people that are go-getters a hard time in helping stimulate the economy. These people will be creating new industries. They're going to create more jobs. They're going to provide a way for people to have freedom to be able to live the way that they desire to live, work wherever they want to work. These are the things that for the longest time were envisioned throughout the world. These were aspirations that we're now, experiencing. So those aspirations are our reality today. These are influences that people had envisioned for us to be able to experience and test drive. And so basically we're like guinea pigs. We're having to deal with, the modern advancement in technology, in influencing markets, as well as creating new industries. So that's the reality for us folks. And every time I listen or hear about, you know, or even read things that hinders growth and push back on advancements in the marketplace, it really makes me, want to just question the motivation behind it. Because when your society's advancing, there is no reason for you to push back other than if that advancement does not provide value. And clearly, people see value in these social media platforms. People see the value in new technology. It's never easy to just go ahead and jump on board and not really fully understand what it is that's up ahead. But every society have taken risks. Every single population on this planet have either taken the leap of faith to advance or wanted it to play safe and stay in the same stagnant situation that they've always been in. So that's the reality. If you want to advance, the population should be, educated to understand the potential in order to advance, and they would have to take risks. I don't know any societies or anybody on this planet that haven't taken risks that managed to succeed, and therefore, give the social media producers, influencers, content creators the ability to succeed. I don't care what country you're living in. If you give the go-getters in your society and the entrepreneurs in your society the ability to succeed, they will succeed. History's always proven that. It's a fact that when you give those that are interested in advancing, succeeding, that are self-motivated and able to create value for the marketplace, you want to support that. With that said, my name is Al Mina. I am the concept author of Face Economics, which is the utilization of the social media environment worldwide for economic development. Again, thank you for your time. I look forward to our next engagement. Take care. Bye-bye.